Well, under Governor Jay Inslee's new announcement, 50 more schools across Washington will now offer COVID-19 testing. Overall, there are 22 districts in eastern Washington that are starting that testing, including 9 right here in Spokane County.
And with the school year now being half over, this is part of a push for more in-person learning. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley is live tonight with the latest reactions from a local school district. Amanda?
Well, Republic School District is one of the many Eastern Washington school districts that got approved for COVID-19 testing program here in the state. It started the school year with reopening for in-person learning, and it had about 30% of its students opt in for learning from home. Republic School District just learned it was approved for COVID-19 testing this afternoon. I got to hear Superintendent Kevin Young's first reaction to the news.
We live in a very rural community. Our hospital has done a great job, but I think if we can sort of add to the availability of testing and make it happen faster and easier for our patrons, that's going to be nothing but a huge advantage.
Since the beginning of the school year, Young says there have only been 2 cases of COVID-19. And while Republic School District has taken several steps to ensure the well-being of its students, Young is glad it will have an additional way to monitor and protect the health of its students and their families. If
we can eliminate some of those barriers and have parents and students deal with people they're familiar with and a safe, trusting environment, it's going to really help be more efficient and I think get more people to get tested.
Republic is still in the planning stages of setting up COVID-19 testing. It is working closely with Tri-County Health District on this. But Young adds having a smaller school district may be to its advantage.
I don't know how the bigger schools do it. I mean, that to me is a logistical nightmare that I'm glad we don't have to deal with because yeah, we know everybody and know everybody by name and I can't imagine us needing to test more than a few people every day at the most.
Now, many other Eastern Washington school districts are also in those early stages of planning and implementing the COVID-19 testing program in their respective districts. I did hear from Deer Park School District just moments ago, and they tell me they're excited to be involved in the testing program. And earlier today, Cheney and Meade School Districts also told me that today they had their first planning meetings on how they'll implement the testing program. Now, Spokane Public Schools started offering COVID-19 testing for its district on January 11th. And Mark, I understand you experienced how that process works firsthand, so I wonder if you could share some insight on what families can expect.
Yeah, it was actually, Amanda, really easy. We found out last week we had contact with somebody who tested positive for COVID, so we all had to go get tested. So we signed up online through the district. We did that the night before. Then 9 o'clock the next morning, we went to, I believe it's Chase Middle School up here behind Ferris in the South Hill. We were the second person in line. Nurse came out and handed us all the swabs. We swabbed our mouths, gave them back to her. And within 36 hours, we had our results. Thankfully, we tested negative. But the process was really easy.
And you stayed in your car.
Yeah,
we stayed in our car.
Easy.
Yeah, good stuff. So, yeah, it certainly worked well for us, and I imagine it'll work well for other people, too.